especially to China. The net result of the war is that Iran now makes about twice as much on its daily oil sales compared to before the conflict. 27 years of U.S.-Iran tensions is now blocked by the new leadership, whom Trump terms much more reasonable.
Didn't they hit two boats or something like that? They smoked two boats trying to make it through?
The strait will open naturally because Iran will want to export its own oil. This misreads the situation. The strait is not closed. It is open to Iranian oil, which is flowing freely, especially to China. The net result of the war is that Iran now makes about twice as much on its daily oil sales compared to before the conflict. In addition, if it continues to charge a reported $2 million per passing ship, Tehran will make hundreds of millions of dollars in additional revenue every month, enough to rebuild its military and more. America's Gulf allies now face a far more unstable and tense environment than they did before the war. Their business models require peace, stability, and economic integration. Saudi Arabia's crown.
You heard the fucking was it the United Arabic Embassy, the United Arabic Emirates? I think I'm saying it wrong. The UAE jumped in, I guess, to back us.
India's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had mended ties with Iran in 20.
Yeah, but do you think that they might end up at the end siding with Iran, because we really not out there, bro. We just flying in.
Well, they've been bombing them. They've been bombing fucking Abu Dhabi and shit like that. So I don't know that I don't know that the Arabic Emirates is gonna go with that. You know what I mean? But I do see your point. I do get what you're saying. That does raise an eyebrow.
Right, because they already messed with them before. So you know what I mean? Who's to say, like, hey, bro, United States, bro, y'all not out here, bro. So we next door to these motherfuckers. They gonna keep bombing us, and y'all just come in, fly in, do y'all shit, get up out of here.
Yeah, you're not doing enough to help us. We gonna side with them.
So our the United States needs to start building a base over there. You feel me? Like something needs to happen ASAP.
The scary part about all of that too is as soon as we start building bases in these countries that we don't need to have bases in, we start sharing intelligence and shit, countries and shit like that, and that opens us up for fucking problems. You know what I mean? It's a scary slope. I get where you're coming from there. That's 100% plausible. That's a fucking very plausible scenario.
2023 because he wanted to calm geopolitical waters to pursue his ambitious. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had mended ties with Iran in 2023 because he wanted to calm geopolitical waters to pursue his ambitious program of modernization. Today, all that progress is in jeopardy as oil exports are crippled and the region has gone from having a path to be an oasis of stability rather than a cauldron of conflict. The obvious winner is Russia, which will make billions of extra dollars every month as the price of oil rises and America waves sanctions against it. Ukraine loses as weapons it needs are diverted to the Middle East. Europe loses as it faces crushing energy costs, and Trump demands that NATO fight his war and threatens to pull out of the organization if it doesn't. It's worth noting that NATO is a defensive alliance and did not fight in the wars in Korea, Vietnam, or Iraq. China gains as America gets mired in another Middle Eastern conflict. And
okay, so hold on, bro. I don't get it. So we went to war all them times, and NATO never backed us, and we're still with NATO. That doesn't make no sense.
Well, no, I know. The problem is though,
to me it doesn't. I don't know.
The problem is if not a country's are in unison with joining up in that war, they don't see a just cause, there's no purpose to that. And I understand why we wanted to stay in NATO for so long, and it's probably why Trump wants to get out, is because we share a lot of it. We have to share. There's a lot of sharing going on, and there's a lot of implications that, like, if a war goes to country, the US is almost, they almost have to go to war. You know what I mean? Because they're like known as the fucking backbone, bro. And that's what fucking all the presidents have been doing and shit too. A lot of the fucking presidents in the past, bro, that were in that shit weren't probably weren't really for NATO fucking either when they denied their asses fucking going in and doing an unjust war. And I see. I'm not saying this is an unjust war, but this is an unjust war. You know what I mean? I see Trump in the same fucking aspect. Probably like, man, fuck y'all niggas. If y'all not gonna help me, y'all ain't gonna do shit. But man, fuck the NATO, boy. We back out of this shit, boy. But it's time. Bro. I read something a little article the other day. Something talking about the U.S. and Russia be talking negotiations and shit like that, or little treaties and shit like that. That would be crazy. That's unprecedented shit right there, bro. You talking about a peace treaty between two countries that fucking hate each other, bro? That fucking hate each other with a passion? They just want to blow each other up with nukes? Boy, come on. I mean, come on, boy. That's allegedly, if it's real. But yeah, no. I don't understand NATO either, bro. I don't understand the whole purpose of it too, because it's supposed to be a military alliance, basically.
So,
that if
but
another
if
country goes to war, you
now,
have to
hold
help
on.
out.
But now, if they over there getting bombed, guess who they gonna come to? United States is gonna pull up,
And
so
we're gonna
like
pull
I
up.
don't like. Come on, bro, pull up when we pull up,
Well,
and we're gonna pull up. You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed
I
to be.
think it's
Like,
because of this. I don't
yeah.
think a lot of other countries or their shit revolves around the military industrial complex. I don't think that
But when it
unless you're
comes,
large
hold
scale
on,
countries, you know what I
right,
mean?
right. Now, but hold on, because look, now, what are you gonna do when it's real time to go to war and all y'all did was shoot
Come to
targets in the
us.
back? Like,
I mean, they're
that's
gonna
not
come to
gonna
us like every fucking time.
look at the Middle East go to war. They don't play. They on foot. They on foot and sandals, boy. They out there. They ain't playing.
Bro,
Them motherfuckers
they
ain't playing.
not playing,
When they
bro.
step on a nail, they don't care. They out there, but with the AK, boy, they ain't tripping. They
Yeah,
take that nail out and take their own business.
you know, duka, whatever you want to fucking say, but that's no offense to him, but I'm just trying to. I don't know. I can't speak of the boy out there. The Allah Akbar. You know what I mean? Fucking. But yeah. Nah, they really out there, but they built different, and the problem is this is not something that's new, bro. These motherfuckers been bro. These been funking for a long time, bro. This isn't just like no 50, 20-year beef. Like, I keep hearing the number 47 tossed around a lot. The U.S. went 47 years without any problems with it, right? What about the fucking fact that motherfuckers have been at war with each other for the past 1,000 years, bro? And they hate each other, bro. They hate each other. It's like a joke. I heard fucking somebody was talking about it the other day. It's like where is it? It's like oh my God. It's like the Guadalcanal, not the Guadalcanal. It's somewhere down south, down in Mexico, and it's like these two guys that hate each other, bro. Two guys that hate it. One's from Panama, bro, and the other one from another. He said, why are those two guys fighting in the fucking street? He goes, oh, yeah. One guy said, hey, where you from? He said, I'm from Panama, motherfucker. Fuck you. And then that was it. It was a rap for him, bro. And that shit had me dying, because that's really how countries be, bro. Motherfuckers just hate each other because of a line drawn, bro. Motherfuckers hate each other, bro, with a passion, boy. You erase that line, you show each other, you get each other to, like, next to each other. You can find peace, boy. They can find peace. Trump don't want that. Trump want war.
Nah,
War make money.
Trump wants the oil.
War make
He
money.
wants the oil because
Money make oil.
He already said. He said if they don't comply, we're taking everything out and we're coming to get the oil. He said, we pulling up a backpack, buckets. We getting that.
We getting all of that, boy. We got the squeegee and everything. We ready, boy.
We need that. That's us. I wonder. I want to know what the agreement he keeps sending out to them. He's probably like, I need 80% of your oil.
Facts, bro. They read this shit. What the fuck is this shit, bro?
He's like, I need
I'm gonna need 80% of your oil, complete control of your
We're gonna
military,
dictate what y'all do.
complete
need
control of
video.
your military,
We need video.
complete control of your
everything you
import
guys own.
export.
All the rockets and everything. We need videos. Make sure everything good. We need to go.
we
We gotta
need
send somebody
inventory.
out there to come test everything. Like, motherfucker, they're like, nah, bro. Get your ass up out of here, bro. That's not. They're like, nah,
Gotta
we ain't
have-
doing that.
Better have America number 2.
He's probably like at the end too. Praises to Allah.
Hey, me to Allah, boy. That boy, bro.
He
I'm
said,
telling
"P.S.
you.
Praises to Allah."
That boys out there like, oh, fucking mad, boy.
They was hot.
Yeah. Them boys, yeah, boy.
They're like,
That's
"Oh,
all right,
this
though.
bitch ass
Let them niggas be
motherfucker."
hot, boy. Let them be
loses
hot.
its focus on Asia.
That's their
Meanwhile,
fault.
Beijing's massive investments in green technology shield it from many of the costs of this war, and it appears to the world as a more responsible, less disruptive superpower. Of course, things could change. Wars are unpredictable. But so far, has any American military action
Hey, you know it's bad when China's starting to look good to a place to move. You know what I
ever
mean?
racked up so many costs for so few gains? I'm joined by Richard Haass, the President Emeritus of the Council on Foreign Relations, and Zanny Minton Beddoes, the Editor-in-Chief of The Economist. Richard, the American forces were able to do something extraordinary, really quite spectacular. But what the president is now asking them to do next
Bro, the
appears
girl
to
on the
be
right look like a
to
lizard,
bomb
bro.
the basic energy
She look like a reptilian.
infrastructure, power plants that provide civilians with energy. That is traditionally been considered a war crime, and it certainly on plain reading is a violation of the Geneva Convention. What do you think of this idea, and could it, is it possible that U.S. military personnel who are told not to follow illegal orders might have some qualms about actually executing an order like this?
It's connecting. Start video.
Well, several things.
I got a couple in the
First
queue,
of all,
so
you're
don't play
right,
any after
the
this.
rescue
I
mission
got
was
2 that I want to
operationally
watch.
extraordinary, and it's consistent with
You
this
get up outta here, I
war,
ain't
with
changing
the
this,
operational capabilities of the U.S.
Skip it.
military
They're just gonna repeat
have been
themselves. Go
phenomenal.
ahead.
But
Skip it to the next one.
all that said, it doesn't necessarily mean the
How you
United
skip
States
to the
is
next one
winning
here?
the war
What did you do?
strategically.
Boom.
There's a strong
I don't know
argument
about this shit.
we are not. What you raise is the idea of going after infrastructure. I think
We're
All right,
back
we
with
go.
Operation Epic Fury, and the U.S. and Iran reportedly receiving a two-phase ceasefire plan drafted by Pakistan. But President Trump is warning there will be strikes on power plants and bridges if the Strait of Hormuz isn't reopened by tomorrow.
Hey, did you hear how he said it though? Power plants and bridges, like he's irritated.
Deadline. Matt Finn joining us now from
Yeah, but like,
Dubai
what
with
the
more
fuck, man?
details. Good morning, Matt.
You take out bridges? Yeah, fuck them motherfuckers.
Morning, Griff. The AP and other outlets are reporting that Egyptian, Pakistani,
You know how
and
long it takes
Turkish
to bring a bridge, bro?
mediators
It's not gonna
have
be
presented the
overnight.
United States and Iran
Yeah, boy, it's gonna take
with
forever.
a proposed 45-day ceasefire plan that includes opening the Strait of Hormuz, which is far in
Man,
the
where the fuck
distance
my line
in the
at,
Persian
boy?
Gulf behind me.
This
Now,
boy
that
in Dubai.
proposal was
He's
reportedly
about
sent
to
to the
get
U.S. and
burned.
Iran last night. The Strait of Hormuz has become a key issue for any peace deal, as Iran is wreaking havoc on commerce and law-abiding ships trying to pass through that strait. Also last night, President Trump warning Iran of an 8 p.m. deadline tonight for Iran to come to the table, or there could be many U.S. attacks tomorrow. The president writing Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will
This
be
shit too
nothing
funny.
like it. Open the blinking strait, you crazy blink, or you'll be living in hell.
Crazy
Just
blink.
watch. Praise be to
Bastards
Allah,
is a bad
President
word.
Donald J. Trump. Now, over the weekend, I met in person here with Dr. Sanwar Gargash. He is referred to as His
motherfuckers hating this
Excellency
boy
here in
right
this
here.
country.
Let me
He's
see
an
this.
advisor to the president here. Dr. Gargash tells me that if the United States presents the right
I'll play it.
plan, the UAE, the
Yeah,
country
that's what I
that we
got,
are
Bill.
in, will join
Where's
the
their-
United
where's their
States in
fucking
using
army at?
force
UAE?
on the
They don't
Strait
got
of
an army?
Hormuz. Dr. Gargash
Like,
saying,
what the fuck?
quote, "We're
Oh,
not ready
here,
to
this is
act
what I-
as
this is what I wanted to see
American
right
force,
here.
but we will join any American-led effort, international
This is
effort
what I wanted
to
to see.
secure navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. We are
God damn it. Go back.
Who's the UAE army?
And the UAE, the country that we
Dubai
are
got
in,
an
United Arab
will
Emirates.
join the United States in using
They got an
force
army?
on the Strait of Hormuz. Dr.
The
Gargash
UAE?
saying,
Yeah.
quote, "We're not ready to act
the
as a
fuck they
maritime
doing?
force, but we will join any American-led effort, international effort to secure navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. We are ready to play our part." Also,
lying,
Dr.
dude.
Gargash
They're
telling
lying right
us that he considers the United
Like on
States the
TV, they're
UAE's
lying.
greatest security ally, and that the UAE is ready to, quote, double down on its relationship with the United States right now. Griff?
Matt Finn, Live Force in Dubai. Matt, thank you very much.
Yeah, the
Here at
UAE is the
Adams
United
Radio,
Arab
Fox News
Emirates.
contributor Byron York joining us. Byron, good morning. Let's just dive right into where Matt was talking about this reported possible ceasefire deal, but it comes with the backdrop of the most successful daring rescue mission in U.S. history, really showing Iran that there is nothing that we don't have the ability to successfully do. Where do you see things headed?
Well, first of all, the rescue mission sends a huge message to our enemies and also to American forces. Obviously, to our enemies, it does show exactly what you just said, which is the United States can reach anywhere and do anything. And to our forces, it shows the United States Army.
Yeah, see, remember when you was saying this shit too with them having the pictures and all that shit? As opposed to like they got the crash site. They got the crash site, but he went and he did counter evasion to be able to get up to the nearest fucking
They had his boxers
plateau.
too. You seen that? They had his boxers, American boxers.
That shit funny, bro.
The United States military is always behind you, always behind you. That's an extremely important message to send to the troops. Now, you know, as far as what is going on, as far as the Straits of Hormuz are concerned, is that the president's Easter morning message clearly threatened attacks on Iranian power plants, on bridges, if they did not essentially open the strait by 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. Now, last week, the president was talking about
and Saudi Arabia lines that water right there, right across from fucking from Iran, bro.
So I think
the boys could get busy.
Maintained a lot of unpredictability on this, and I would imagine the Iranians have no idea what he's actually going to do.
Well, he certainly was direct and straightforward in his
What's the Dubai? Yeah, well, duh.
Post yesterday.
So why the fuck
you talk
Dubai
about
ain't
messaging, Byron? I think that's such an interesting thing.
Well, then Dubai's letting them know if they need our help. Of course, because they can't take them on their own.
Being involved.
Well, they're going to help us. I mean, we're going to pull
really
up.
Poignant.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're going to pull up and put up some shit right on that border, boy. You watch.
That NATO may never be the same. It was a lengthy list, but he's basically laying out the fact that
you're going to see U.S. soldiers walking around Dubai, boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the fuck you going to see.
When this is over, the western part of NATO will never be the same. Spain, England, France, and Italy have sold us out, as they too often have as a history of doing. Eastern European nations are the heart of NATO. They spend money on defense, know how to fight, and love the U.S. France particularly deserves fault and blame for supporting China and Russia at the UN to denying Americans overflight rights. They're doing what they have always done, showing weakness while cutting deals with terrorists. The reason U.S. has a Marine Corps and Navy is unlike France. We refuse to pay a ransom to the Barbary pirates. Yes, sir. France is always happy to cut a deal. That's facts. Wars have unintended consequences as nations show their true colors. That's Ari Fleischer? Fuck yeah. NATO will never be the same, and Western Europe weaknesses and acquiescence. Acquiescence? I think that's acquiescence. Acquiescing is the cause. Acquiescing? What? Acquiescing.
Fact that NATO will never be the same because the Western countries, Italy, Spain, France, they have not owned up to their obligations under NATO, while the Eastern side certainly has, with Poland being the only one that spends more money than the U.S. on their GDP defense.
Yeah, his posts, Ari's posts, set off a number of arguments, but clearly what he was saying is that some of the Western European NATO countries, France, Spain, the United Kingdom, by their initial refusal to cooperate with the United States in this, had really set a terrible precedent for themselves. And here again, President Trump was not asking them to send troops. He was not asking them to engage in attacks. He was asking for overflight rights. And the right to use air bases, which the United States basically finances anyway, and yet those nations refused even that level of cooperation. And what Ari Fleischer was doing was contrasting those nations with the nations in Eastern Europe, which in the much more recent years had experienced Soviet domination and knew what it is like to have an enemy very close to you, and their cooperation with the United States. So what Fleischer was saying is there could be big changes coming in NATO, a shift in power, some sort of change, but something is going on in NATO.
We may learn more from the president himself at that 1 p.m. press conference today. Byron York, thank you for taking time.
Thank you, Griff.